Steam players have always had an insane obsession with multiplayer games. No matter what type of game it is, if it supports multiplayer, it will definitely attract a large number of players. For games with less polished multiplayer features, players even create mods, finding ways to make multiplayer the top choice for cyber team building with their buddies. Like the seamless multiplayer mod made by players for Elden Ring, which addresses almost all the multiplayer issues, and even supports the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC in its latest version. It's a boon for multiplayer gamers. So, here's the question. Besides the popular Elden Ring, what other multiplayer games are worth considering for cyber team building? It Takes Two. Unlike Elden Ring, It Takes Two supports both cyber team building, online multiplayer, and offline face-to-face play, local co-op. It's a cooperative action-adventure game with multiplayer as its core gameplay. Worth mentioning, it won the TGA Game of the Year in 2021, so its quality is unquestionable. It Takes Two has a gameplay duration of around 10 hours, which isn't overly long, but with its perfect combination of storyline and mechanics, varying gameplay in each chapter, and a dizzying array of mini-games, the final gaming experience is absolutely mind-blowing. In short, as Steam players say, if you have a friend, this is a game you must play in your lifetime. Darkchaser, Battletide. Darkchaser, Battletide is a survivor-like game that entered early access in May this year. Although it's relatively niche and unpopular, it has achieved a good level of completeness, with continuous updates from the developers. Interestingly, in the recently launched multiplayer mode, Darkchaser, Battletide doesn't adopt the cooperative gameplay shown in the DLC of Vampire Survivors. Instead, it splits the game screen into two halves, allowing two players to compete against each other to see who can last longer. You can buy negative effect items for each other and use active skills to trip each other. Just one game will reveal whether the brotherhood in your buddy's mouth is genuine or not. It's not exaggerating to call it a friendship tester. Ship of Fools. Thanks to its name, it's not hard to guess that this is a cooperative sailing game. You'll set sail with teammates or your buddies, exploring the sea and arming yourself and your ship. Before each map chapter starts, you need to plan your route on a randomly generated nautical map to find as many bullets and accessories as possible. While Ship of Fools supports single-player mode, it has to be said that the experience for solo players is somewhat unsatisfactory. It's evident that the developers clearly want players to invite their friends to play together. With the chemical reaction between roguelike elements and cooperative gameplay, this little boat of friendship offers ample pliability. Rotwood. As a side-scrolling action roguelike game, Rotwood is satisfactory in graphics, sound effects, performance optimization, and more. These factors also make the game characters have a delicate control feel and satisfying combat experience. Like It Takes Two mentioned earlier, Rotwood also supports both local and online play. Although the multiplayer mode offers almost the same content as the single-player mode, exploring, gathering resources, and interacting with armorers, weaponsmiths, and main NPCs, the sense of security and efficiency in multiplayer mode is significantly higher. It's worth mentioning that since the skills obtained from completion rewards are shared, and each player can only choose one skill, how to allocate skills reasonably with teammates becomes crucial. Will you be modest or grab first? It depends on whether your bond is strong enough. Chain Together. If you want a one-sentence summary, Chain Together is only up. In multiplayer mode, Chain Together references only up. In action design, level design, and more. But just because it adds a multiplayer mode, it reaches a completely different level, and has received overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. The multiplayer mode of this game is not a race but cooperation. 4 players are chained together with iron chains, locked tightly, much like ants on a rope. Under this rule of shared fate, laughter will undoubtedly fill the voice chat. Oh, and the game supports remote play together. One person buys it, and 4 people can play. If your dormitory is a quadruple, then I highly recommend you try this game. Of course, besides the above games, there are many excellent multiplayer games on Steam. Which one is your favorite? Welcome to leave a comment, and see you next time.